Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast from your host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Hero, like Defender of the Fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Faymonville Approach. Yes, for all your approachable needs, you need Faymonville. Northwest, it is enemy fighting for the Deutsches Afrika Korps, the German army, here with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division, 3rd Panzergrenadier Company. We got Italian infantry, we got armored, and we got Battlefield Espionage in the southeast. It is Hachald, fighting for freedom, democracy, liberty. Setting off here with the US 1st Infantry Division task, 2nd Company, Baker Company, tasked by patting themselves to deal with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division in this sector and secure this tactically vital road. So we've got scouts, engineers here, and machine gun start here for Hachald with special operations. Definitely a bit of an interesting combo there versus Panzergrenadiers and a barky out of enemy. Certainly a bit more typical, if you will. But special operations, it's one of those, types of openings you see up with some American players, though I find it's more versus the Wehrmacht. But, you can get a lot of machine guns. Bazooka teams, particularly versus the DAK, though, can be quite effective. So there's definitely logic to that. And in theory, you can see some players go for snipers. And there's, of course, there's the half track. So it's definitely one of those bolder openings. But on the right hands, it can definitely do some work there. Meanwhile, enemy there, I've seen more, Italian combined arms out of the DAK, so him not going for it definitely stands out a bit as well there. Panzergrenadiers on there for DAK here. Fight versus scouts, and just 2 men already. Lewis there out of Wisconsin, dead. Out north here, we got engineers and machine gun, they're busy as well. The American 30 cal, they're Browning air cooled. Something towards the center. Grabbing the southern point. And there goes 2nd Panzer Squad out there. 2 continuous Panzer Squads would be an actual full Panzergrenadier squad in the actual war. Fun fact, typically each half there with fire team would then be equipped with their own machine gun. That way they could leapfrog with the machine guns. Basically compared to a more general infantry squad like the Grenadiers, who only have 1 machine gun for, each fire teams that, one basically acted more like an assault team, the other just provided fire support. Little fun fact there. And the north are being seized. Machine between 40, and there we go. We do get the bazooka team here for Hachald. Obviously, to help deal with bikes, but also 250 half-techs and your archetypes, flak feelings, anything the DAK might go for. This is a light vehicle, which of course means most of what the DAK might go for. So, of course, there are some weaknesses to this kind of approach. Again, if, say, enemy then goes hard in the infantry, it does require some machine gun play is impeccable. Otherwise, one gap there being found can really do a lot of damage. In this case, though, you have a more in-depth defense, and the machine gun acting as the cover for the other machine gun, so in case of the flank happening, that machine can wreck. This does force enemies to have to commit a larger force to dealing with this, so very nice setup here. Panzer pinning about a 2nd bazooka team there for Hachald. Freedom, democracy, liberty, bazookas, explosions. And there you go in the south. Bazooka team versus the Panzers. Carnot TKs versus a few bazookas, and a bunch of M1 Garants. Got light support company of enemy. German Panzers bringing in with their Carnot TKs, ripping into the retreating scouts here. Other bazooka team 30 cals bringing in here as well. Got the southern point DCs with a bike. You can see their enemy going for the fuel point there of Hachald. More troops heading out here in various directions. Light support coming up here. We'll have to see what it goes for here. One option would be going for the light infantry gun, attack artillery. Go for assault grenades, hope to move in with some smoke that way. And we'll have to see what enemy does. But whatever he's doing, Hachald is definitely going to do his best to make that difficult. Panzer catching the 30 cal there, though. Machine crew there in a bit of a hot water situation. 2nd squad moving in. Southern squad pushed back. Bike knocked out. First sort of overall loss there is for enemy. Whereas Hachald is yet to suffer any units actually wiped off the map. 2nd, 3rd cal now to cover the drawing here, but also in this case, I suspect it's also because it's assuming he might try and pursue, of course, in which case having the 30 cal covering the right pursuit could be in a way to, slap enemy a bit extra across the face. Fire support elements on the way there, so possibly a flak feeling, but again, all the bazooka teams has me thinking that enemy might go for the light infantry gun, in particular when you consider that on this map, which is, very small, stuff like the light infantry gun or like this infantry Geschütz is pretty good. Similarly, Hachald might be planning for the Packard, because worth noting, he hasn't gone for the Weasel right away, so he could be waiting to go for the Weasel with the howitzer towing along there. So, or a lot of potential paths here either player might be taking in a lot of mind games. Scouting northwards, we got the infantry support center there for Hachald. Grab the point here with the Panzer Pionier. Grab the point here with the Panzergrenadier. There we go. We do in fact get the lightest Infanteriegeschütz. You might also be wondering why doesn't DSA call it in. It could be he wants to keep like the option say calling that Pack 38 or Panzerjägers in case of a fast light vehicle here out of Hachald open. So sort of a possibility here. But for now, US forces here doing a good job there keeping the fuel put under control. Could also be just planning to go straight for spare cops. I mean, some kind of infantry would be good, and obviously going for a lot of the SSF commandos could be quite handy dandy, though a bit expensive. Got the first MG-34 up there for enemies, Panzergrenadier. It's only a nice boost to their firepower. There we go. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz, which of course might make you think this was made in 1918. It wasn't. Actually, it came much later, but the Germans called it the LEG-18 to make the Allies think back then that, it was a World War I weapon, when in reality it wasn't, because there was a lot of bans on what, the German army could develop. So, of course, they did what anyone in that situation, of course, do, which is they lie a lot. So, yeah. Anyways, ambulance away for enemy. 30 cal there flanking the Panzergrenadiers. We've got metal station with the Hachald. Leichtes Infanteriegeschütz bombarding here. In this case, bombarding with smoke. Very solid move there. Thumbs up. It means, like, even though he's, doesn't quite hit the exact spot in it, doesn't matter because the entire area is just going to be like, one big fog. So, thumbs up there to enemy. Good use of smoke there, tactically. No battle group chosen yet. We got the flares here. We got the motor pool now for Hachald. So, yeah, like to push him with those light vehicles again. Oh, we got Battlefield Espionage. We got the sector subterfuge beacons, and we got the transfer depots. Interesting choices here. Artillery firing down up north.
Territory lost.
Enforcing healing here near the ambulance. So we see Hachald here, a bit more on the defense now. The line of gun definitely tilting, things more in the favor of enemy and the German army here. The 15th Panzergrenadier Division, which would fight in the Italian sector for a while before, roughly late 1944, we shifted towards the Ardennes front there. Participation unternehmen Herbstnebel.
Enemy forces have captured the victory point.
As the Allies call it, the Battle of the Bulge. The Ardennes. So, digging in here, grabbing points. Sugar teams on the move here. Obviously not a big threat to the infantry directly. Anti-tanks on the way there for Hachald. Again, I think direct focus in the possibility of being hit with a lot of light vehicles out of enemy. But so far, enemy again, I think partly just courtesy of the two bazooka teams, isn't really committing to a lot for now. There's definitely a bit of a, shall we say, gap then between, what Hachald is preparing for and, what enemy's likely doing. And I think going for double bazooka teams and an anti-tank gun right now might be overcommitting here out of Hachald. I think a Greyhound would have made more sense first. Some things like maybe force an anti-tank response out of enemy, but also threaten his infantry. And also, crucially, just provide something that's not quite as easy to target there for the land gun. Okay, we've got a sniper out of Hachald, so that's never going to be a pain there for enemy to deal with under certain circumstances. Going for an MG-34, which is definitely going to feel a bit like a bad pick once the sniper gets to work. Got the sniper there halfway done. Of course, note the US Army didn't really train snipers. They had marksmen, of course. Well, considering most cases, snipers in companies kind of work more like marksmen than actual snipers. That's a quick note there. I mean, hell, the German one effectively is a marksman because German snipers did not use the scope G43. It was not very good for the whole sniping business. That was more of a marksman's weapon. So, quick side note there. And we do get here the transfer depot actually being built here by enemy. Not one we see used a lot there, but certainly one of the more interesting buildings because you can transfer resources out from manpower. This is definitely something enemy, I think, could make really powerful usage of. Say he's got a big fuel float and he doesn't have a lot to use the fuel on. He could just convert that into a lot of manpower very fast, which definitely could have some potential problems here. We got veteran squadrons up there, grenade on the MG-34. Those wondering, did having a veteran squadron make such a big difference on a unit's performance? Yes. Yes, it did. Well, in the clearest case of that is actually the full-screen divisions in the Ardennes. You know, some of the performance there, like, there's a clear, distinct difference between the ones that actually, like, had a core of veterans to, like, you know, lead the rest of the unit, and the ones that didn't have, because the rest of the units just had barely any training. And here he actually manages to the machine gun in a rather high-risk situation, honestly. Nice steal there of enemy, but again, there's a significant gap there, like, just, you know, the actual performance, and the ones with, you know, veterans to lead them performed significantly better. As an additional fun fact, when the Germans, like, at some points were, like, building up new units, they would always, you know, try and have a core of veterans to, like, you know, build around. Even, like, you know, they were, like, units beginning proper training, they always make sure there's a core of veterans, like, you know, just act, you know, as shall say, the skeleton for the rest of the units to build around. So, in that sense, veteran squad leaders making the Panzergrenadiers perform a lot better, you know, does make an awful lot of sense. Machine gun being caught by the sniper, though. Panzermen against Indonesia, pushing them back. Panzergrenadier Commando here for enemy. We do have the SSF commanders out, some actual infantry out of Hachald. Panzergrenadier on the northern field point. Got advanced logistics here for Hachald. Not that he, of course, has a lot of infantry now, but he's planning to go for a lot of SSF commandos. I mean, you know, having it is going to be really, really good. And of course, even just for the bazooka teams and the other stuff, it's still going to be, like, handy. So, Panzergrenadier Commando here done. Push for Panzers, we'll have to see. Yeah, he's got that transfer depot up there. So, continue setting up with the flamethrower. Sniper there, Veterans 1, has definitely done his part there for democracy so far there with his scoped Springfield rifle. Got the commanders moving forwards, machine gun there at the ready. Of course, in most cases, marksmen have also been more directly integrated to the squads. I know the Waffen-SS, for example, had their Panzer squads typically actually integrated with the marksmen inside the squads in some cases. And I think Fallschirmjäger divisions, apparently the Fallschirmjägers were either supposed to have a marksman or a sniper access directly part of the squad, which was a bit of an interesting thing. Wow. So, armed reserves here for enemy. He could have pushed for Panzer 3s there, but clearly wanted something a bit more big and more aggressive. As opposed part of that is just the sheer number of bazookas now that Hachald could bring to bear, and the Panzer is obviously not quite as tanky against that. So the Panther 4 course can take a few more hits, and of course the Tiger would take a lot more hits. But the Tiger tank might give the Hachald more time to, you know, catch up. So I'd certainly not advise going straight for the Tiger here. We got the 250-3 Funk Panzerwagen.
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
So there's an option here for enemy. There you go, second SSF commander squad out here for Hachald. That's small Johnsons on the field. Mines being laid down here. Several mines here, in fact. That's definitely going to make it like any direct rush here through difficult. In part, I imagine he's trying to, like, you know, guard himself against a potential, like, dive after the sniper. Comes there with the engineers. MD-34 and Karnak is doing the part. Of course, sniper again gets the kill there. Up north here, Panzer Pino is the bazooka team. That's going to be a win there for the Germans, particularly with the machine gun moving out. Mine goes off. Good mining there, of course, by Hachald. Commanders moving in.
Pack 38 is entering the field.
Pack 30 up for enemy. Obviously concerned about light vehicles, tanks out of Hachald, but so far, Hachald has not shown much interest in that. He's clearly going for a more infantry-focused approach. There are obviously some armored support that I think could be quite good. Panzer down to heavy fire there from the commanders. The Johnsons there ringing off heavy fire there. Down to 2 men there, quickly forced off. Mines exploded in the center. Panzer there, about to enter another mine there. So many mines here, like really thorough work mining there by Hachald. Thumbs up. Pack 38 just hanging back here in reserve for now here for the Germans.
Sending orders through now.
It goes to the Weasel after all, just the regular one. We got marked vehicle there. 459 versus 58 versus 176. Enemy's definitely a bit behind them. We got here advanced ambush training. Gives his units there definitely a big boost to their first strike bonus. So far, he doesn't exactly have a lot of units that can utilize it, because there's no way for him to activate it. There's the 250-3, but he's yet to go for it, so that does limit a bit what he can do there in terms of subterfuge. He really wants the sniper out, obviously, but he's going to have to withdraw it. This could actually cost him the Panzergrenadiers if he's unlucky, which obviously would be a big win for the Americans. The Zucker team's commands opening up Panzer unit, big force here. 2 squads there, machine guns, raining down death upon the hapless Americans and Canadians, as the SSF was actually a joint Canadian-American commando force. Up north in machine and zone, but again sniped out here by the sniper, veteran to their chief for the sniper. We got survival training here for Hachald.
Mines here. Prep them.
Mines being hit around the cutoff point. Could go for a Panther force soon here. Of course, he could be setting up for the Tiger. Then again, I feel like setting up for the Tiger tank involves an awful lot of risks here for enemy, particularly seeing the victory points, how they're sort of set up there. Do have mines for result, and we actually get a second snipe here for Hachald. That is definitely
Victory point lost.
Great way to not be viewed positively by a lot of people. Very nasty stuff, though at least not as nasty in Code 2, where they're basically just able to like shoot and then immediately become invisible right in front of everyone, like they're a bunch of Jedis. So, definitely not something I miss. Panther 4 called in here, so then he doesn't go for the Tiger tank. Thumbs up. We got some assault grenadiers here, of course, and he's been caught with the MG-34 wielding Panzergrenadier. Sniper there, flying away there. Moving in here, trying to catch the sniper. Here we can see the Hachald, of course, trying to get some distance in. More sniper fire, of course. We've got the second sniper joining in, which obviously is going to really add some pressure here to enemy's infantry. And certainly would make the Funk Panzerwagen look very desirable to, like, you know, try and camouflage and then bait in the snipers and kill them. Nice counter here, though, in a sense, like basically deploying smoke here, so the snipers can't as easily fire out from the base towards here. So that's actually rather clever there by enemy. Commanders moving in there. Panther 4 setting out, supported by those Sturmgrenadier or Assault Grenadiers. Snipers the key work, of course, here. Good shot from the artillery here. The Zucker team is pinned down to the ground here like insects. Forced to withdraw here soon enough. Mines exploding, Panzer moving up here. Bazooka team's machine guns, they're all busy. Sniper out as well. Assault Grenadiers, Panther 4 on the move. We got an entertainment, but it's not quite set up there, so the Panther 4 could dive in here. Another sniper shot there. 30 cal there in trouble. Bazooka team's keeping the Panther 4 bait, but this also means the entertainment could move up here if Hachald is paying attention, but he isn't. Smoke again being deployed to keep the sniper out. Very good. Commanders flanking deeper here. Nice push by Hachald against enemy. Now they entertain to counter the Panther 4 here. Their infantry of, you know, foot approach here was a bit for Hachald. No vehicles, no tanks. Just a lot of, like, you know, foot elements and upgrades for them. German Panzergunners moving in and catching the commandos. Snipers, of course, now really starting to, like, add to the attrition here against enemy. Certainly not making things easy for him at all. And tactically, he's going to have to get a bit creative, I think, like, you know, really have some good assaults here versus opponent. So it will be interesting to see what it exactly goes for there. Need to pick up these Panzergrenadiers, they're down to, like, all less than half health. And quick casualties, they go down to 2, and then the snipers theoretically have a small chance of that on retreat here. Far south there, command approach in the machine gun here, by the sun victory point. Taking heavy fire there from the 30 cal there. We've got White Fossils off there, or Willie Pete.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Bit surprised I had no, you know, Funk Panzerwagen continues got advanced ambush training. You'd figure go for that. In the south, machine gun does go down into the White Phosphorus.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Sniper could get one shot, but the Panther 4 is not careful. Ooh, not quite. And there you go. M1 entering same to the side on the Panther 4 here. Bazooka team on the flank, and there you go, moving in with the satchel charges here. He's trying to close call the but enemy there steers clear of it, but of course doesn't stay clear of the bazookas through the side armor. There actually the soldiers were quick to move. They could maybe a kind of chance of wiping the bazookas in the south. The Panzergrenadiers versus the commandos. Enemy that's got better map control versus his opponent now. He's also got quite a bit of munitions floating about here.
Command points available.
And there you go, whiz-bang called in here by Hachald. He finally does call in something that isn't, like, you know, on foot. And it's the whiz-bang of rocket artillery.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
Commanders in the south are about to get wiped out of the Panther 4. This could be huge. Panther 4 gaining veterans 1, but no, doesn't pursue, allowing the SSF commanders to escape. I think that's a potential mistake there by enemy. Those are fairly expensive, but also, of course, effective in the right hands.
Lost control of a victory point.
Sniper at ace level. These snipers have really paid off for now. Big time here for enemy. Not for enemy, for Hachald. And we see enemies actually responding to all these support ones. The snipers actually going for the Stukasse first. Deciding enough is enough. He's calling in something a bit bigger to end this.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
South here, Punkers and a heavy fire there. Bazooka team's machine guns there. Could see white phosphorus rockets here being deployed to flush them out of the cover. Yeah, I think that's what he's looking at here. Oh. There we go, that's the white phosphorus. Stukasse first, almost done here for enemy. German Panzers taking continued casualties from the snipers.
Walking Stuka artillery team need orders.
Stukasse first ready there. South. We see Bazooka team trying to move forward here. Did not retreat those from the white phosphorus, a full retreat. Could see the Bazooka team wiped out here if he's not paying attention. Oh, yes! And a Bazooka's first barrage here. But lost the Panzergrenadiers there. Oh dear, commandos dodged alongside the snipers, so Bazooka team, Panther squad, I mean, that's definitely a win there for Hachald. Those Panzergrenadiers are certainly a bit hard to lose here.
We have surplus munitions to support. We have a new ability.
Still, he's got the control of more of the victory points, so that is helping put some pressure on his opponent. In the center, Panther 4 dashing forward here, machine guns blazing. Bazooka team is trying to get out of the arc of fire, but it's not going too well. Might see that Bazooka there being seized by the Panzergrenadiers. Be caught by the 30 cal. Another whiz-bang barrage here. Deciding to silence at least one of the two enemy artillery pieces there. Gets it white, very good. Panther 4, point blank range within his commands all bunched up here. Anti-tankers on the flank here, machine gun setting up here. Not looking good for the Panther 4 here. We could see the Panther 4 knocked out. We got Firestorm, we got Operation Scorpion. Calling in the artillery here on the anti-tank gun. But loses the Panther 4. Massive loss here for enemy. Panther squad and a Panther 4 that lost in short succession. It's definitely going to be very painful losses. And again, he never got that commander squad ahead of time. Things definitely starting to get a bit more comfortable here. So we'll have to see what he does next. Will it be a Tiger tank? Will it be another Panther 4? Will it be the Stokes? What will enemy do in response to all of this?
Getting into the action. Oh, it's over there. New guy.
Got that in order again. We can see there, Hachald's definitely starting to apply more pressure. Again, the attrition is definitely starting to hurt his opponent. Of course, if anyone to be able to care for snipers, that could be a big problem for Hachald. Horse Trick is going to be catching them and taking them out.
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
Man's moving in here. Where's Bang? See, we got two of them out here for Hachald.
Territory sector out of contact.
Bounce up Germany, which of course will be easy targets here for the Whiz Bang. Really taking out his anger in the machine gun. Massive rocket strikes there, but in this case, very fortunate for enemies able to get his troops out there before they get turned into, well, nothing but dust. Now the white phosphorus grenade here, quick response in the south. Bazooka team seizing the point here. Another Stukasse barrage, but that one seemed very blind. And so ended up not doing too much. If we got another Panther 4 call in, more assault grenadiers, certainly, you know, getting more infantry and helping loss up for that lost Panzergrenadier squad. Also looks cool, of course, here. But enemy definitely, I think, needs to change up his tactics. Like, he needs to, like, launch a proper, like, you know, big assault here that completely blindsides his opponent. It needs to involve speed, firepower, and just shock elements. So far, it's definitely not how he's playing. I feel like it's gonna. The South here commanders is the enemy. And we got a bit actually fast roll sniper nearby, getting a good attempted kill here. Panzer IV hanging back. I think in part he's just trying to figure out where like all the anti-tank weapons are, so it doesn't say Russia's Panzer IV and then just gets wrecked in a matter of seconds. 100 points left. We got another firestorm here. Pretty rapid incendiary barrage. Doesn't do a ton of damage immediately, but obviously does enough damage to quickly force a unit out, unless they want to lose this stuff. Got the northern victory point, which will help stop the bleeding, but it's overall looking increasingly rough of enemy in the south side, going for that other victory point here. Panzer IV moving up. Unsupported though. Bit risky here, to put it mildly. Exposing his Panzer IV there like any mistake there, or just a mine, could leave his Panzer IV dreadfully unprepared for getting annihilated. Panzer IV assault group being pushed back here. Going up the sand here. Being caught with bazooka teams and of course the anti-tank guns doing heavy damage to the Panzer IV. I mean, obviously we got lucky and, like, you know, found a weak spot. That'd been great, but the problem is, like, there's also many things going wrong. There's snipers still busy up north as well here. Mines exploding. Stukas' barrage for once, actually doing some heavy damage here. Machine guns almost wiped out. Anti-tanks, they all do kind of survive, which is unfortunate here for enemies. That was, I think, a fairly good barrage for once. That'd be Stukas' force. Commanders going for the Panzer force. Panzer Pioneer. Machine guns all busy. American force there. And there you go. Whiz-bang marines to save the anti-tanks as they withdraw here. Buildings collapsing. Chaos reigns. Machine gun wiped out here. And that was the MD-34 there.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Snipers moving in to occupy the center. Machine gun utterly destroyed here.
What do we do?
Really tough spot here for enemy. Back at reinforcing healing. Stukas was hanging back.
Ready for orders.
More engineers here for Hachald. Possibly for minesweepers.
Have the sectors.
I'm not entirely sure what, like... It's not like he needs more repair speed, but...
Artillery batteries are on standby. They request
Or maybe it's just to sort of act as infantry.
We are being pushed back. Only 75
Smoke the
points
pod again.
remain.
74 points left here.
You have something for us?
So what can enemy do? I mean, at this point, going for the Tiger Tank in a sense might be his best bet. It's obviously going to be risky in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Prep them.
But with the anti-tanks and all the bazookas, the Tiger Tank might just be his best shot in a sense. But the problem is, can he actually get resources for it without, you know, bleeding out victory points beforehand? He's about to lose those Panzer Pioneers to the snipers. And so he gets very lucky.
Panzer Pioneers reported
He
dead.
didn't. Another incendiary barrage. Stukas' barrage. Got the anti-tank gun. Almost had the snipers, but again, most of the rockets there missed. Whiz-bang barrage here against the light infantry gun here. Commanders joining here. Situation with the German army is getting increasingly uncomfortable here. As enemy continues to lose strength, and so continues to, like, just, you know, lose ability to harm his opponent here. Bombarding the base directly. Soldiers running towards the bazooka team here. Commanders in trouble there. Got flares being popped. Good shot on the whiz-bang there. We could see the bazooka team wipe with the assault grenadiers. Good chance here. Very good chance. Almost had them. Such a close call there. Pack 38 moving up. Whiz-bangs withdrawing here. Could have been an opening here for enemy to exploit. Could he turn the tides against his opponent? We'll have to see. We will have to see. Almost got engineers there. Yeah, it does appear like he's definitely going for the Tiger Tank now. But again, in the ears, the trick is going to be, you know, staying alive for long enough to actually make that Tiger Tank count for something when it does hit, if it does hit. On the south side, he's also trying to sneak in there. Smoke deployed here, but a bit too late that they're suppressed. And there's a lot of angry Americans about. That's going to make it very difficult to get unsuppressed without taking massive casualties in the process. Going for the northern victory point. Enemy is fiercely hanging on here. Another Stukas barrage. This time, firing into the base, hoping to get lucky, but with the more distance away from the unit firing, obviously, the more the, scatter of the rockets goes, they become even less accurate. 256 for 63 here, almost had... Oh, I'd say almost. Maybe in an alternate dimension is almost.
Enemy at 250 points.
249 points, 247. Tiger tank is very close here now for enemy. Hachald, though, forces his men forwards for freedom, democracy, and liberty. Sniper that keeps at it. Panzergrenadier pursuing the sniper. They want him dead. But I want such sharpshooter taught. We all do. We all do. And there you go, Tiger out here. The last furious roll of the dice here from enemy. The Tiger tank has arrived. The Tiger. Rocket bombardment in the base here of Hachald, and of course, should be able to spot the Tiger tank there due to the direct hit. That does mean enemy slightly loses some surprise amount, but at the same time, at this point, I'm kind of imagining that Hachald is expecting a Tiger tank coming in. So at this point, it's less like a surprise and just, largely expected outcome. Almost losing this soldier. He's got another shooter barrage here. Incendiary rockets. Enemy really wants this stuff dead, and despite all of the artillery, despite all of the fireworks, he just can't seem to get rid of any of those snipers. They might be able to get out engineers. Can't even take out the anti-tank guns. Like, definitely some rough luck here for enemy. There you go. Tiger tank, those on the field here. Commandos actually moving through the fires, burning up there. About to lose the assault grenadiers. Heavy blow hits enemy. Running out of infantry in a time where he cannot afford these infantry losses. Tiger tank keeps rolling forwards. Anti-tank armor piercing rounds. Needs support from the Panther what else he can muster, but all these units wiped out. And this is probably should have saved some of the artillery to support the Tiger tank's direct advance here, honestly. Panther being pushed back. Commandos pursuing. Tiger tank withdrawing here. Pack 38 in trouble here. Commandos almost wiped out. Other commandos got moving forward here, taking hits from the Tiger tank. Panzer's been going in the north here. We got 214 minus 27. Pack 38 wiped. These snipers just continue to do insane work. Far south here, German forces need to grab the southern victory point here. All barrage into the base here. And of course, right now, enemy has a massive problem, which he has no easy way of repairing up. His tanks are, he's got no Panzer pioneers. I don't think he's researched self-repairs either. So, there's definitely a lot of challenges here for the enemy right now. And of course, they might just at this stage be insurmountable. Beyond his reach, no matter how much he believes in Endsieg, Das Vaterland, and the Wunderwaffe. No amount of German propaganda can propel him against all of this. In the center, Panzer's been grabbed those SSF commandos with the Johnsons out. And the White Phosphorus. Mein Gott, sie ist verdammt Amerikanern. Mit der Johnsons und der Willis. Ja. These Americans are just so good. And uncivilized. Das Germans mit unserer Stummels. Enemy's Panzergrenadier being pushed back. A Tiger tank being forced into a desperate situation. And note, by the way, they would actually at times, on the eastern front in particular, you should just send tanks even when they haven't been properly maintained or lack, spare parts. Fun fact. Smoke grenade off. No, that's actually just a regular grenade assault. It's just like there's just 2 or 1 guys left throwing them to just look like, smoke briefly. Tiger tank veterans 1 here. Veteran 3 on the Panzergrenadiers got 28. This is 11. Tiger is trying to take out engineers. So we got another kill there from the Tiger tank, but again, nowhere repairing it. Except, using troops that aren't particularly great at repairing it. Tiger tank heavy hits here from the anti-tank guns. Next, no health left here. Anti-tank is just rushing after it. And we got the whiz-bangs as well here. Smashing into the tree lines, killing countless squirrels. But no Germans. Stuckers was firing in there. Guardian Engineers got a retreat here, but not in the whiz-bang. North here, commandos. In fact, we've got a third squad over the map here. There's the Panzergrenadier. We've got a Steelheim Grenadier flying into the midst. Doing a fair bit of damage here. 5. With White Phosphorus here. And he's actually walking into just to contest the point there. Like, this is... Like, he's just ensuring his opponent can't contest the point and start grounding the point. He's willingly sacrificing his own commandos in the White Phosphorus. I just... Imagine being told that, alright man, I'm gonna need you to drop this White Phosphorus and I'm gonna need you to die hiding in this so the Germans can't seize this point. Yeah, what? You gotta do it, man. This is a democracy after all. You don't have any choice. So there you go, GG, game over. A brutal fight here with some very brutal tactics on both sides. Hachald there with the double snipers is certainly very nasty. Can be tough to react to, in particular on a map like this where there's a lot of ways for the snipers to pop off the shots and retreat because, again, they can just operate so close to the base. Again, it becomes difficult to, like, hit them. Like, you effectively, like, need to, like, you know, bait them into retreat, and then you need to, like, sneak in a unit from the southern angle, in a sense, into the base and then catch them there and wipe them. And that's definitely a bit of a tall order to set up for, so I don't blame enemy for struggling with this. I mean, on a map like this, double snipers is just very painful to deal with. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. And this is Imperial Legion. Cheers and see you all tomorrow for the next episode. Bye, everyone.